So hello students, today I'm going to share one example of a case scenario for one embedded system, step-by-step system. Let's say you have a question like this. Okay, one case scenario is given. Let's say there is a company, okay, one startup company which has a name and one office building in one particular place. It consists of some levels, okay, let's say some floors: ground floor, first floor, and then second floor. So according to the given question, you have to understand the steps, okay, what is given or what case scenario is given. Based on that, definitely what will be the answer? You will be writing a program. Okay, so now as we can see, the floors are allocated for some certain situations. First floor is allocated for the employees office, okay, it is one office for the employees. And the second floor is the office for the CEO. So it is a very small company, let's say a startup company, so that's the reason why the number of employees and CEO is less. Okay, it is a very small system. So now what we can do, we can think of the scenarios, okay, what are the cases or the conditions given. So according to this condition, according to this system, there is one elevator which actually remains on the ground floor initially, definitely, until and unless there is a call from any particular floor or any particular person visits to any floor. Usually in any particular building, any company or any building, what happens? The lift usually starts from the ground floor. So to indicate its presence on the ground floor, one duration, which means a delay function, okay, delay function of 1 second can be allocated. Next, since all the employees usually come at around 9 a.m. or so they will enter the elevator at the same time, because only 5 employees, so they can definitely enter at the same time. But sometimes employees come late or very early. It depends on different scenarios. But in our question right now, okay, for this system, what do we have? A fixed time given. So let's assume that all the employees are very much punctual in this particular company. Okay, so anyways, let's proceed. So at 9 a.m. all the employees are entering the elevator from ground floor, okay, and they have selected their office floor, which is the first floor. So let's say for the safety purpose, we can allocate a time of 10 seconds. Within that 10 seconds, all the employees are entering the lift. Then after that, the elevator will reach the first floor because they will select floor number 1, and the elevator will wait for 10 seconds, which means the door will open and it will wait for 10 seconds so that the employees can leave the elevator safely towards their office. Then after that, what will happen? Usually the boss level people, for example the chairman or CEO of any particular company, usually comes after the employees enter, right? It happens a lot. So here also, let's say the CEO has entered the office at 10 a.m. Okay, so she will next what will do, she will actually call the elevator from the ground floor because her office is on the second floor. Okay, so after selecting the button of the ground floor, the door will open, the lift will come back to the ground floor, and then for 10 seconds duration, the CEO will be able to, the door will open for 10 seconds and then the CEO will enter the lift, and then she will press the button for second floor, and then the elevator will pass the first floor. Definitely the elevator cannot directly fly from ground floor to second floor, right? The situation is it has to pass first floor and then second floor. So this will be the case. So in order to understand the concept that it has passed the first floor and then proceeded towards second floor, what we can think of one indicator, let's say 1 second. Okay, for first floor, 1 second. we can use one delay function of 1 second, and then second floor. Okay, so what will happen then? The elevator will not actually stop at first floor. It will stop at the second floor because the CEO wants to go to her office in second floor. Okay, and in the second floor the door of the elevator will open, which means for 10 seconds, so that the CEO can leave the elevator safely. Okay, next, until and unless, since CEO and the employees have entered the lift, entered their destined office actually through the lift, through the elevator, they will continue their work in the office for a certain period of time, isn't it? So until and unless they go outside of their office, or there is a call from the ground floor for a visitor, or maybe one deal cracker, or maybe one officer, one extra person, there will be no call from the lift, for the ground floor, or maybe from the first floor. So if there is no call, then the elevator will remain on the second floor, because the last person to use the lift was the CEO. This is, let's say, one sample system that we can think to implement using a code, using a Arduino Uno platform. So let's see how it can work. So the code can be something like this. We already know that we have to set up the floors, okay, first. So we can use 3 LED lights. Let's say LED light for pin number 7, pin number 8, and pin number 9, okay, for ground floor, for indicating the floors, okay, ground floor, first floor, and then second floor. Then in the void loop section, you can call the initial case where the elevator is indicated to be present in the ground floor for a small period of time, 1 second. Then, since the elevator will be used by the employees, okay, so the employees will need some time to enter the lift, the elevator. So let's say 10 seconds are used, and during this 10 seconds time, the lift will the door of the lift will be open, and the employees will be entered, and then finally the door of the elevator will close, which means the elevator will move from ground floor, which means pin number 7, towards the first floor, which means pin number 8. Okay, so since the employees has selected pin number, the first floor, then pin number 8 can be activated, which means the LED light can be activated for 10 seconds. So during this 10 seconds time, the employees will leave the elevator so that they can reach their destined office. Okay, they are just going to their office from the lift towards their office during 10 seconds time. So after that, what was our case scenario? Definitely the CEO came at 10 a.m. So in order to make sure that the CEO is reaching, has selected the lift, okay, in front of ground floor, the CEO was waiting. So as soon as the employees reach their first floor, the CEO will then call the ground floor, call the lift towards the ground floor, which means pin number 7 is again activated. Okay, the ground floor LED light is again activated, and it will be on for 10 seconds. And during this 10 seconds time, the CEO will enter the elevator safely. Okay, and she will select second floor because second floor is her office floor. And we know that from ground floor to second floor, which means pin number 9, it has to pass, the elevator has to pass first floor. So that's the reason why pin number 8 will be just indicated as for a small duration. Okay, just on off. And after this small duration, what will happen? Pin number 9, which means the CEO will will be able to reach second floor, and then she will leave the elevator, and during this time she will need a safe duration, which is 10 seconds again. Then after that, since the lift will not be called again for our system, okay, for our question, the lift is not again called, so the lift will remain at second floor for all the time. And in order to show that lift is not going towards the ground floor or towards the first floor again, we can allocate a huge delay time, okay, and indicate that these two LED lights are low. Alright, so this kind of program, I hope you have understood. Okay, you can try to implement this program in Tinkercad as well. Okay, so I will show you one example. I have already created a circuit indicating level 1, level 2 and level 3, okay, ground floor, which is indicated, which is connected with pin number 7 according to the same program. Okay, I have written the same program here. Then pin number 8 for first floor, pin number 9 for the second floor. So if I start the simulation, you will get to see that this first floor lift was activated there, so it is waiting for 10 seconds, okay, so that the employees can enter the lift initially. Then it has reached first floor and it is waiting again 10 seconds. The elevator is waiting, okay, it has stopped in the floor and then waiting. Then again CEO calls, so again for 10 seconds from the first floor, okay, the CEO is entering the first floor, and then just, drastic change, which means green light, okay, the first floor was indicated because it has passed through the first floor towards the second floor, which means red light. Okay, again here 10 seconds waiting for the CEO to leave the lift, okay, the elevator. And after that, as there is no call, so what we can understand, the last floor is containing the lift, okay, the elevator. So this kind of systems you can try at home to work with. You can do one thing. I can give you one practice, another example, one question. For example, you can allocate the delay timings instead of 10-second fixed. Okay, you can try with your ID numbers. Okay, let's say the ID numbers can be something like, where can I write? Okay, I will write it here. Let's say your ID is, let's say for example XX. Okay, oh sorry, 1 minute, caps lock. Okay, so your ID according to AIB policy is something like this. So let's say A is one allocated for one delay, B is allocated for another delay. Okay, so what are the delays here? Delays are the times for allocating where the lift has initially started, and another one is where, for how much time the lift will stop. Okay, so you can practice at home. Not only considering the elevator system, you can consider different systems, relevant systems. So this kind of questions, this is one example. This can definitely come. Okay, this can definitely come in your exam. So since I have shared how the program will look like, okay, I am not going to upload this PPT file actually. You can actually pause the video at any point of time, okay, and then try to type in this program in your own um, Tinkercad simulation tool. If you have the hardware, you can also try the Arduino IDE platform and implement in hardware, okay, for practice purpose. This is all from the example. So this kind of questions you can try, take preparation for your first quiz. Okay, so I have given you one example considering one elevator system. In your quiz you may get some simpler examples, okay, some easy examples. So as long as you understand the concept, the sequence of the question, okay, as long as you understand the sequence of the question, you will be able to answer this particular answer, this question definitely. Okay, so all the best of wish and all the best of luck for all the students. I hope you will practice this particular program at home. Okay, right, type it, okay, practice it, try different case scenarios, and definitely you can score good in your first quiz. Alright, so take care everyone. See you soon in the next classes. Bye for now.